morning. I want to welcome you all to Branch 11 NALC Hall, and I want to thank Branch 11 for hosting tonight's event. We really appreciate that. Absolutely. So, you know, fiscal crisis, manufactured and otherwise, is being used on the national, state, and local level to eliminate jobs and services. Austerity measures have a disproportionate impact on women and people of color, whether they be workers or members of the community in need of our public services. Now, tonight, the National Association of Letter Carriers branches 11 and 825, along with the Chicago Solidarity Campaign, present this forum to discuss and illuminate these issues. I personally am a letter carrier, and I'm a member of Branch 825 in the suburbs, and I'm also a member of the Chicago Labor Solidarity Campaign. We worked as the Chicago Teachers Solidarity Campaign during the strike, and basically we're a collection of union workers and as well as community people who wanted to work together to show solidarity for the teachers in their battle. And we watched them wage one of the most successful labor battles in the last decade easily. Yeah, exactly. So it was exciting to be a part of that and you know, lend our assistance to do whatever we could to support them. And now we've tried to broaden out, and we're calling ourselves the Chicago Labor Solidarity Campaign. We're an organization of local community and labor activists who support Chicago's working class struggles for social justice. Normally we meet every other Monday night. This coming Monday we'll be meeting at the National Nurses United building, 850 West Jackson at 6:30 p.m. They're on floor 7. So we invite everyone to come out and join in. As many here are aware, the U.S. Postal Service is currently facing a manufactured fiscal crisis created by the 2006 law mandating a $5.5 billion annual payment to pre-fund retiree health care accounts 75 years in advance. This so-called crisis is now being used as justification to eliminate Saturday delivery and over 80,000 jobs. Now, since 2006, through natural attrition, the Postal Service has already eliminated 193,000 jobs. 200 processing plants have already been closed, and another 99 have been slated for closure by the end of the year, basically totally destructing the network and infrastructure of the world's best postal service. Now, there are also over 500 offices that are slated for closure, with over a third of all of those offices being put up for sale. Many are historic sites created by the Works Progress Administration with historic works of art inside. These were originally created to during the Depression, post-Depression, to give communities a feeling of belonging to their government and a certain pride. These buildings belong to our parents and grandparents. That was the legacy that's been left for us that's now trying to be stolen and privatized and sold off to the highest bidder. And it needs to be put to a stop. Now, when we look at the local level, we see what's been happening in the city of Chicago, using supposed budget shortfalls as reason to close up to 129 schools. Now, 124 of these schools are in predominantly Black and Latino neighborhoods. I believe there's only 5 that are above North Avenue. It's unprecedented attack. The schools have never closed more than 11 schools in a year, and now they have a list of 129 possible closures. It's ridiculous. And we know they have the money for other things because they plan on opening charter schools. So how is it that they don't have money for current public schools, but yet they're going to have money for charter schools? And when we look at the state level, the state of Illinois has created a pension funding crisis due to their own willful law breaking. And they are now attempting to cut social services and eliminate collective bargaining over state employee health care benefits. Then we also want to address the fact that the city of Chicago has been facing unprecedented violence and gun deaths over the past year. Poverty and joblessness is often overlooked as key factors creating this environment. Stand Up Chicago has released a report linking poverty and unemployment to the violence in Chicago's neighborhoods. I have a quote from a report that they issued. Chicago not only leads the nation in gun violence rates, but also has the third highest overall metropolitan poverty rate in the nation and ranks first in terms of African American poverty rates. Nearly 1/4 of all Chicago residents live below the federal poverty threshold, along with over 1/3 of the city's children.